Did you know Matthew Perry's death was actually a homicide?
Death of actor Matthew Perry. 5 people, including 2 doctors, and Matthew Perry's personal assistant, all arrested, accused of conspiring to provide Perry with the ketamine that killed him. Authorities say they saw Perry as a payday. The 5 accused of taking advantage of Perry's addiction, one doctor allegedly texting, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." For 10 seasons, Perry made millions of viewers laugh playing Chandler Bing in the wildly popular Friends. But behind those laughs, he waged a grim and painful battle with addiction. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman leading us off tonight from Los Angeles.
Tonight, that stunning development in the death of Friends star Matthew Perry. Federal prosecutors charging 5 people in connection with the fatal overdose that killed the 54-year-old.
These defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues to enrich themselves. In the end, these defendants were more interested in profiting off Mr. Perry than caring for his well-being.
Last October, Perry was found dead in the hot tub of his Los Angeles home, the medical examiner determining he died from the acute effects of ketamine. Today, the U.S. attorney detailing what he called a broad criminal network responsible for illegally distributing large amounts of the drug to Perry.
Over 2 months, from September to October 2023, they distributed approximately 20 vials of ketamine to Mr. Perry in exchange for $55,000 in cash.
At the center of the operation, Jasveen Sangha, an alleged drug trafficker known as the Ketamine Queen, and licensed medical practitioner Salvador Plasencia, known as Dr. P.
Defendant Plasencia saw this as an opportunity to profit off of Mr. Perry. He wrote in a text message in September 2023, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay."
Court documents show that just days before Perry died, his personal assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, paid Dr. P $21,000 in cash. The doctor then injecting Perry with a large dose, though he knew Perry was in trouble.
Plasencia saw Mr. Perry freeze up and his blood pressure spike. At another point, Plasencia admitted to another patient that Mr. Perry was spiraling out of control with his addiction. He knew this was wrong, and he knew he was risking Mr. Perry's life.
And yet they continued to sell.
And yet they continued to sell it.
Perry's personal assistant pleading guilty to 1 count of conspiracy, admitting to authorities he repeatedly injected Perry with ketamine, even injecting that fatal dose. Documents showing the assistant injected Perry with at least 3 shots of ketamine the day Perry died, starting at 8:30 a.m. And before administering that last dose, the documents say Perry asked his assistant to shoot me up with a big one. The assistant later found Perry face down in the hot tub. 2 others, including another doctor, pleading guilty to charges related to distributing the drug. Ketamine is a common anesthetic which is legally used for treatment-resistant depression, but it's also abused as a recreational drug with euphoric and psychedelic effects. Perry writing in his memoir, ketamine felt like a giant exhale. A year before his death, the actor speaking to our Diane Sawyer about his decades-long battle with addiction.
Addiction, the big terrible thing, is far too powerful for anyone to defeat alone. But together, one day at a time, we can beat it down.
Yeah. Your disease is just outside, just doing 1-arm push-ups, just waiting for you, waiting to get you alone.
And David, a short time ago in that courthouse, Dr. Plasencia pleading not guilty. He faces up to life in prison if convicted. And Jasveen Sangha, the so-called ketamine queen, she faces up to 120 years if she's convicted. She also pleaded not guilty. Earlier today, the family of Keith Morrison, who is the stepfather of Matthew Perry, put out a statement saying they remain heartbroken by the loss, but they hope that justice takes its course. David.
Matt Gutman leading us off from Los Angeles tonight. Matt, thank you. It's great to have.
It's a tragic story and also a reminder that always watch your back, always protect yourself, and stay healthy, people. People are out here trying to get over on each other, and they'll do anything, even risk your life and their own in the process. It's an outrage. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. R.I.P. Matthew Perry.